The day before our cruise to Norway, and just after we finished our Titanic the musical, look where we find ourselves. Outside the White Star Inn in Southampton. So, we owe it to ourselves to go in for a little drink. And it's a horrible day, so I don't really care how much the drinks are. Let's have a wander. Very nice pub inside. We've got, ooh, oh God, the third class. There we go. Here's the old girl herself. Hello viewer, we've just arrived at the Holiday Inn in Southampton and we're in room, as you can see, 609. And here's a little tour of our room. You come in, it comes with a wife. Straight to the bathroom. Very nice. They're going to be, well, one of them is going to be full of wine later on. Nice little bath area here and shower. Not the biggest bath in the world, but fine if you're just having a shower, really. Toilet rolls on the left, which is apparently a strange side to have them on, according to my wife, but I don't see the problem with that. Nice selection of coffees and teas. In here we've got, oh, a safe, handy, and an iron, and whatever that is. Oh, is it like, I think it's an iron board. Yeah, it is, an iron board. How posh. So, come across to here, a huge bed. Look at that, we don't even have to sleep close to each other. Nice big picture, big mural on the wall of a ship. Let's hope it's not the Titanic, or it could be ending up on our heads tonight. A bird of some sort there. Two birds of some sort there. A bird of some sort there. That was obvious, you knew that was coming. And here's the view from our window. Look at that, we can see a ship already over there. And that's where I've got to park the car tomorrow, behind the hotel. Here we are, we've just got to our berth and we're actually taking off from White Star Way. And there she is, towering high, big and white, P and O. Lovely. And just in the background, let's zoom in there. Over that side is where the Titanic set sail from on the 10th of April 2012. Fun fact, on the side there you can just see one of the lifeboats. Each lifeboat holds 150 people, and there are enough lifeboats on either side of the ship to hold 37.5% of the people aboard. So altogether there are enough lifeboats for 75% of the people, but the other 25% of the people have got little inflatable lifeboats, and they're primarily for the crew. So here we are on the promenade deck, and just opposite there, that is the quay where the Titanic set sail from all those years ago. I'm quite surprised it hasn't got a big plaque or something over there, but the only thing really that commemorates the Titanic is right on the very end where it says White Star Line Quay. Quite sad really, but hey ho. Fun fact for you, Titanic was 882 feet and a bit long, or 269 meters, and our ship that we're on today is 344 meters. So take that, Titanic. I've just noticed that over there's a great big ship, and it's loaded up with yachts. There are at least 7 yachts I can see on that ship. That's incredible.
Right, Abby?
Doing the latest ride.
Mission for you. I want to build through the chance. Everybody, put your arms out in front of you, wiggle your fingers. Everybody, arms out in front, wiggle your fingers.
We've reversed out, I think now we're almost ready to go forwards.
As we sing now, sweet Caroline. Sing it. Ba, ba, ba. The time never seemed so good.
So good, so good, so good. We are going forwards. Just come in from our sail away party as it was getting a bit chilly outside, and we're coming now to have a little look at the Sky Dome. Here it is. Here's the pool that they can cover over to make it into a sort of stage and a dance floor. All sorts of entertainment goes on here, I believe. I'm sure we'll see some of it over the coming days. It's very nice and warm in here. We're going to go and brave it again outside, I think, and go and have a walk to the pointy end of the ship. So far, very impressed with the Iona. It's absolutely lovely. The fish and chips, by the way, were absolutely beautiful and not too big. So you can have fish and chips, and then a couple of hours later you can have burger and chips. A couple of hours later you can have some katsu curry, maybe, all from the same place. Loads of desserts there, if you're a dessert person. I'm not. I'll probably just have fish and chips, and fish and chips, if the truth be known. Here we are on board the Iona. We've just unpacked our cases in our room on the 15th floor, 15th deck I should say, sorry, room 230. We had to walk about 5 miles down a long passageway to get to our room, but it's very nice. When you come in, the first thing you've got on your left hand side is a nice little shower. It's a decent sized shower. And the toilet, obviously, standard size for the standard size bottom, I believe. Here's me. Hello, mate. Nice little sinks. Everything lovely and clean. All nice and ship shape, probably is the phrase to use. So that's that. Then you've got nice wardrobe space here. There are our life preservers from muster station C. C for Cooper, C for crap, we're sinking, but I prefer to think C for Cooper. Then we've got just more covered space. We've got some nice little shelving there. Decent sized safe, much bigger than a Disney safe, which is handy. You can actually put things in it. Decent sized bed as well, actually. I didn't notice how big the bed was. That's a big bed. Sean and I won't have to get too close in there. A huge settee. Some nice little artwork on the wall. Some nice mirrors. Probably supposed to be like bubbles. Big telly, and the telly tilts so that I can watch it from the other side of the bed, because I obviously can't sleep on the left hand side of the bed. That would be wrong. Nice little coffee station there. There's my charging port for all my bits and bobs. There's the captain's log there, which will have to be written in. And you'll be able to see that we have upgraded the fine dining package. There you go, that's what you get in the fine dining package. There's a nice little blanket up there for when you're sitting out on the balcony. Nice little table to write your memoirs on. And then here's the balcony, complete with a wife. Very high. And as I said, we are on deck 15. There's the pointy end of the boat up there, and there's the blunt end of the boat down there. We're on the port side, called the port side because it's opposite the starboard side, probably. No, it's not. It's because when you're on the port side, you can obviously see the town centre over there, and the port, I think. Lots and lots of cars, lots of boats, and over there, that hotel, that white one, if I can zoom in on it, is the Holiday Inn that we stayed at last night. That one right there in the middle. And that was absolutely lovely too. So all in all, a good first impression of our ship. And the weather is absolutely beautiful. So, I'll show you some more a bit later on. Any words of wisdom for the camera, Shell? Excellent. Here we are on deck 7, just looking over the Grand Atrium. Down there. I think that's the Grand Atrium. It may not be. I might be just talking rubbish. It's very nice. There's a piano down there. I'm not sure if you can hear it, probably not, but it's playing itself. It's not playing itself very well, but it's playing itself, which is quite flash. Oh yeah, it's just gone 10 o'clock and we're sitting now in the Headliners Theatre waiting for the show to start at, I think, 10:30. This is what it looks like. It's a very nice theatre. Obviously we can't show you any of the show, we're not allowed to video, but it's called The Sky's the Limit. Here we are in the Pearl restaurant for our first breakfast, and we both got eggs Benedict. Looks absolutely lovely. We asked for some extra pastries as well, and we had a very, very dry hot cross bun. Looking forward to it, Sean? Nice.
We're back on Friday. Come on, a picture with an orangutan. What else can you do with that? I know it's surprising.
Hello. It's sorry, look. It's 4:45 on our at sea day, our first at sea day, and I thought I'd have a little sit on our balcony. We've just been out for a sort of late lunch, and in an hour and a bit we're going for our captain's table meal. So we've got to get all dressed up in our suit and our frock. But I thought I'd have 5 minutes sat on the balcony in the bracing air. Can't say it's warm, but nice to just feel the fresh air on your face. And that's the scenery that we're dealing with today.
Love, exciting and new. Come aboard, we're expecting you. And love, life's sweetest reward. Let it flow.
Morning viewer, it's 7:30 in the morning and here we are on day, well, I suppose technically day 3 of our cruise. Yesterday was a sea day and today we're having our first view of Norway. This is Norway, land of trolls and Mothra. Not Mothra that fights with Godzilla. Mothra, the ladder to Valhalla, which is, I believe, a mountain in Norway. We've just come back on the boat after going into Stavanger. There's Stavanger, and if I were to be writing a tourist book about Stavanger, I would say been there, done that. Very nice. There's some white houses there, you can walk amongst them, and very pretty if you like walking through white houses. Very nice. There's the sort of start of the town over there, but unfortunately because it's a bank holiday everything was closed, but some nice little shops if it wasn't closed. Very expensive though, everything is extremely expensive. It was around £6 for a little pot of jam. We saw quite a large troll, plastic troll, about 4 foot tall, and that was £500. So I wouldn't say it's the best place to buy your trolls, if indeed trolls are what you want to buy. But very nice, and not as cold as I thought it would be. I thought it would be absolutely freezing when we got to Norway, but in fact I was boiling hot walking around. Really, really mild. I've just woken up from my afternoon snooze on the top deck. And very nice it was too. Believe it or not, it's not cold at all. And that's the panorama we've got from the back of the ship. Severn Bridge over there. You'd have thought we'd come further, but apparently not. There's a nice little harbour, it's lovely. Yeah, very picturesque. All the mountains in the background, look at that. So tomorrow it's going to be in the land of fjords. Very much looking forward to that. Now we're off to listen to the Stavanger choir in the Grand Atrium. Here we are for our second show, and if it's as good as the first show we saw, then we're in for a real treat. Tonight we're eating at the Keelan Cow. There's Sean's Prime Minister burger, apparently the best burger at sea, and I'm having the ribeye.
Very nice.
Looks lovely, there's nice garlic there, and some onion rings.
Sauce,
Ooh.
which has alcohol in it.
Yeah, Bloody Mary sauce. So it looks very nice. Must say, looking forward to this. Good morning. It's the next day of our Norwegian cruise, and today we are travelling into Olden, and we're going past fjords. This is the port that I was most looking forward to going into. Look at that. Great scenery. It's quite cold this morning, but absolutely stunning scenery. It's nice to see a bit of snow in the mountains as well. See a nice waterfall over there coming down from off the glaciers. I might go skiing later on. See how the mood takes me. We're quite close to Olden now, and we've just rotated the boat almost 180 degrees, and we'll be reversing into the port. Lovely scenery. Look at those houses. It's a very Norwegian looking, or Nordic looking house up there. Orangey one. I wouldn't like to mow the lawns now. That must be hell on legs. We decided not to go on a trip up in those snowy mountains. I thought we'd come to the shopping mall instead. This is excellent. But it's a good one for us because it's marked coupe. Oh no, coupe marked. Similar. Where do you start in such designer outlets? I'm going to go and find the food court now. Okay, we've done the mall. We've walked further up the road, and this is the heart of the city, the school. Those three boys there, I think, are the whole school. And they were walking down earlier with three very long sticks, and I think in such a place, the stick is probably their equivalent of a PlayStation 5. They seemed very up-to-date sticks, and they seemed happy with them. There you go. You got people going to their doom. They don't know it yet, but they're sod all up that road. Arbeit macht frei, people. Arbeit macht frei. And there's a ship just behind Charlie, beckoning us back.
Morning.
Morning. More people ultimately disappointed with Oldham. Lovely scenery, sod all else. That's the Oldham version of Starbucks. And this coffee shop, they're trying to entice you in with free Wi-Fi, but even that is no enticement to go into these godforsaken shops. This place is bleak. And I'm sure that all the houses don't have anyone living in them at all. It's just a facade. There's our ship in the bustling port of Oldham. We walked from the ship about 3/4 of a mile up that way. Found a school with 3 children in and a small church. And then we walked back to what I believe is Oldham theme park. It's got all sorts of stuff you can do here. It's got a bench where you can poo on if you're a bird. It's got rock climbing. It's got water sports, all sorts. It's quite the bustling place. And there's the beach over there. Might go to the beach a bit later on. See how much time we got. We got to be back on the boat by 5, and it's already what, 10 o'clock, so only 7 hours left. Best press on. Come on, you Welshies. Decidedly lackluster. I stood here 45 minutes for this. Good morning. It's 8 o'clock on day 5 of our cruise, and we've landed in a lovely little town of Alisund. Already this looks way more exciting than Olden was yesterday. There's the observatory up on the top of the mountain. Don't think we'll be reaching that today, but the town itself looks really pretty. I think that's mostly the sort of houses over that side, but the other side of the ship where we'll actually get off, I think that's the sort of shopping bit. So hopefully a far more exciting day to be had today. Although the entertainment last night on the ship was absolutely spot on as usual. Managed to get to see Olivia Rodrigo and the lovely Sabrina Carpenter. Well, not the real ones, but Poundland knockoffs, which were not too shabby at all. Here we are, we've just got off the boat in Alisund. Thought we'd give you just a little panorama to show you just how big the Iona is, because I don't think you really get a good idea of how big it is when you're on it, but that's it. It is huge, and our room or cabin or stateroom, whatever you call it, is around about there, possibly on the top row of cabins, so in the middle of that section there. So we've got a very good view of everything. It's great as long as I haven't got vertigo. This cruising life is very stressful indeed. I'll show you the view from our hot tub, shall we? That's what we're dealing with, folks. It's a tough life. Here I am out of the hot tub. It was lovely when you were in there, but when you come out, it's bloody freezing. I feel like an icicle. The first time you can really feel the boat moving today. I think we're actually going towards home now, because that seems to be Norway on our left hand side, which means we must be travelling south. That's the most choppy the sea has been. Here we are on day 6 of our cruise, and we have docked in Hogsund, or Hogsund, something like that. Beautiful day. Again, nice little views. Apparently when you get off the other side of the boat today, it's not going to be quite as pretty as yesterday getting off the boat. But when you go through the port, which is a working port, so it's a bit more sort of industrial looking, you go over a little bridge and then into the town. And when you get into the town, it's supposed to be really nice there, so we'll show you a little bit of that later on. But at the moment, it's a lovely, lovely morning, and hoping for good things today. Here I am in the hot tub. I've been here an hour and a half now. Truth be told, I was scared to get out. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Not a cloud in the sky, well, hardly a cloud. No clouds over that side. A few little tiny ones over there. But the hand I'm holding this camera with is freezing. My body is looking warm, but it is cold outside, so I'm going to stay in for one more bubbles and then brave getting out if I can. But I've been saying that for the last 20 minutes. Bye-bye. Well, here we are. The cruise has ended and we're back in Southampton on what looks to be quite a grey day. It's quite mild, it's not cold at all, but at the moment it doesn't look too delightful, the weather, but then again it is only 6:30, so there's a chance, isn't there? But yeah, I had a fantastic cruise, absolutely lovely, so relaxing, ate far too much food, didn't need the drinks package at all. I'm so glad we didn't get the drinks package, because we just would have been drinking for the sake of drinking, which even I don't want to do. So lovely holiday, done and dusted. Looking forward to getting back to see my lovely children and my lovely dog. Thank you, Sean, for a fantastic 60th birthday present.